In the world of football, making it to the playoffs in your first season is a rare feat for any quarterback, especially if you're the last pick, like Brock Purdy, also known as Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 NFL Draft. This unexpected success raises questions. How did Purdy overcome challenges to become the starting quarterback, and what makes him unique? This is the incredible story of Brock Purdy. Hailing from Queen Creek, Arizona, Brock, the middle child in the Purdy family, honed his quarterback prowess at Perry High in Gilbert, Arizona. Despite falling short in the state championship games of 2016 and 2017, Purdy showcased resilience, facing off against formidable opponents. Recognition soon followed, with titles like the State Gatorade Player of the Year and the Arizona Republic's High School Football Player of the Year. College football beckoned, with offers pouring in from Iowa State, Kansas, Texas A&M, and even football powerhouse Alabama. A nod to Purdy's three-star recruit status. During a pivotal visit to Alabama, Purdy engaged in a candid discussion with the iconic coach Nick Saban. Saban, renowned for molding elite quarterbacks, voiced concerns about Purdy's height, arm strength, and accuracy. Unfazed, Purdy, a staunch believer in his accuracy, was convinced Saban hadn't witnessed the full extent of his on-field prowess. Navigating the challenging landscape as a three-star recruit in the fiercely competitive quarterback arena brought its own set of obstacles, especially when compared to the five-star talents sought by the likes of Alabama. However, Purdy's narrative took an unexpected turn. Within a mere fortnight of the Alabama visit, he committed wholeheartedly to the Iowa State Cyclones. Embarking on his journey with Iowa State, Purdy, a three-star freshman, embraced the challenge of proving his mettle, sharing the quarterback spotlight with Riel Mitchell, a dual-threat sensation from St. John Bosco in California. From day one, Brock Purdy hit the ground running, engaging in solo sprints at the program's indoor facility. Soon, other freshmen joined him, showcasing the young QB's leadership and charisma. Initially the third-string quarterback in his freshman year, Purdy diligently prepared for any slim chance of hitting the field. In Week 6, fate intervened as an injury to the team's starter, Kyle Kempt, and lackluster performances from the backup, Seb Noland, paved the way for Purdy. Seizing the opportunity, Purdy was called into action against Oklahoma State. With a point to prove, the freshman orchestrated touchdown-scoring drives on 4 of his first 5 possessions, concluding the game with an impressive stat line of 317 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. A remarkable feat for a player entering the game from the bench. Once Purdy got a taste of starting in college, he refused to relinquish it. His already dedicated work ethic intensified, earning him the reputation as the hardest-working player on the team. His efforts rallied the team, fostering a cohesive unit that played for each other. Taking over as the starter against West Virginia, Purdy consistently delivered impactful plays, putting his body on the line for the team. Reflecting on Purdy's exceptional qualities, his former quarterback's coach, John Gordon, now the offensive coordinator and quarterback's coach at South Florida, recalls a particular play that convinced him of Purdy's special talent. In a pivotal moment, not a pass play but a scramble, Purdy faced 2 approaching defenders. Determined for more yards, he lowered his shoulder, colliding with them before they could hit him. The sideline erupted in cheers, teammates loving his gritty style. They knew their quarterback would do whatever it took to secure a win. Purdy's leadership was reflected in a 7-2 record as the Cyclones' starter that season. Over his 4-year career, he started 46 consecutive games, peaking in 2019 with 3,975 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 8 rushing touchdowns. Despite adjustments in 2020 due to breakout star Breece Hall, Purdy's consistent play earned him first-team All-Big 12, culminating in a Fiesta Bowl victory over Oregon 34-17. In 2021, Purdy had his best college season, completing over 71% of passes for 3,200 yards and 19 touchdowns. Leading the Big 12 in completion percentage and passing yards, he earned a spot on the first team All-Big 12. Heading to the NFL draft, Purdy left Iowa State with 32 school records, becoming the all-time leader in pass attempts, completions, completion percentage, passing yards, and total touchdowns, reaching a century. His impressive college career included 14 games with 300-plus passing yards, smashing the previous school record of 5. Under Purdy's leadership, Iowa State achieved a winning season in all 4 years, a rare feat for the Cyclones, last accomplished almost a century ago from 1923 to 1927. Despite his success, Purdy faced skepticism in the 2022 NFL Draft. The biggest strength highlighted in scouting reports was his accuracy as a calm pocket passer. However, doubts lingered about his arm talent and size, with projections labeling him as a potential third-string quarterback. The draft unfolded differently than expected, and even scouts' predictions were proven wrong, leaving Purdy patiently waiting at home for his opportunity. As the 7th and final round of picks wraps up, a player might start feeling disheartened. With each passing pick, the chances of getting drafted dwindle. Now, after 3 days, there's just one pick left, and the dream of being drafted seems almost out of reach. But wait, unless your name is Brock Purdy. His phone rings with the San Francisco 49ers on the clock for the very last pick in the 2022 draft. Purdy becomes the year's mystery relevant and shares the joy with his family. San Francisco, who had traded up the previous year to draft Trey Lance as the starting quarterback, now welcomes Purdy as a potential backup, making the roster as the third-string quarterback. Despite sitting behind a first-round draft pick, Purdy stays dedicated, immersing himself in every inch of Kyle Shanahan's playbook, ready to step in and help the team, much like he did at Iowa State. Teammate Ray Greenlaw, who shares the locker room with Purdy, speaks of his commitment and preparation, emphasizing how Purdy constantly shows up ready for practice and maintains self-belief, even when initially labeled mystery relevant. Purdy aimed to be more than a draft afterthought, proving himself in the 2022 NFL season, much like he did at Iowa State. His chance came unexpectedly, echoing his early days as a freshman with the Cyclones. Ready for anything in football, even a third stringer must be poised to lead. Troylands was set to start for the 49ers in 2022, but an injury to Trey Lance in Week 2 reshaped the plan. In Week 7, Garoppolo's exit against the Chiefs opened the door for Purdy. Despite a challenging debut, he persevered. In Week 13, Purdy took over due to Garoppolo's foot injury, surprising everyone with his performance against the Dolphins. This catapulted him to the starting position, facing the legendary Tom Brady in his debut, where he led the Niners to a 35-7 victory, and can you believe it? Purdy is the first quarterback to beat Tom Brady in his first start. That's a big deal. Purdy and Brady actually have something in common. They were both overlooked in the draft. But look at them now. Purdy just keeps winning and getting attention as the Niners head to the playoffs. It's really something. Unfortunately, Purdy's season had to come to an end because of an elbow injury. But don't worry, he's expected to be the starter in the next season. What do you all think about Purdy's career? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching and being a part of Purdy's incredible story. It's been a wild ride. Brock Purdy's journey is really inspiring for all the aspiring quarterbacks out there. Don't give up on your dreams.